7 Warning Signs of Intestinal Cancer or Colorectal Cancer. Hello, how are you? Have you ever wondered if your intestines are functioning well, or if there might be a hidden problem? Today we are going to talk about the 7 warning signs of intestinal cancer, also known as colorectal cancer. This type of tumor is very serious and deserves attention because it is the third most common type of cancer and the second leading cause of cancer-related deaths worldwide. About 10% of cancer-related deaths are caused by this tumor, according to the World Cancer Institute. So, it's crucial to be aware of the warning signs. In this video, I will divide the content into 2 parts. First, we will discuss the signs and symptoms that may indicate colorectal cancer, those that you can notice in your body. Then, in the second part, we will focus on prevention, the habits you can adopt, and dietary changes that can reduce your risk. I will also explain about polyps and why the number of intestinal cancer cases is increasing, especially among people under 50 years old. This video is packed with important information, so stay tuned until the end. Before continuing, don't forget to like the video. The more you like it, the more YouTube distributes this content to people who need it, especially those without easy access to doctors and hospitals. Also, share it with your friends and family, because your help can save lives. And feel free to comment, do you know someone who had intestinal cancer? From which region or part of the world are you watching? 7 warning signs of intestinal cancer you should never ignore. Let's get straight to the point. What are the 7 signs you should pay attention to that might indicate something is wrong with your intestines? The first sign is a change in bowel habits. We all have our own rhythm, and it's important to know yours. Some people have a bowel movement right after breakfast, others 2 or 3 times a day, while some people only a few times a week. If you notice your habits are changing without a clear reason, such as alternating between diarrhea and constipation, it's time to be alert. Persistent changes may indicate something more serious. The second sign is blood in the stool. The large intestine is divided into several parts, and depending on where the tumor is located, the type of bleeding can vary. When the tumor is on the right side, the stool may turn dark, almost black, due to the presence of blood. On the left side, the blood can appear brighter, either in the toilet bowl or on toilet paper. Of course, not all bleeding indicates cancer, but it's always important to investigate. The third sign is abdominal pain. If you've never experienced pain in the abdominal area and suddenly start having frequent cramps that don't go away or occur when you have a bowel movement, it could be a sign of something more serious. In some cases, it could just be gas or dietary changes, but if the pain persists without a clear reason, see a doctor. The fourth sign is fatigue and constant tiredness. We're not talking about the typical tiredness from a bad night's sleep, but prolonged fatigue that lasts for weeks or even months. This could be caused by anemia, especially if the tumor is slowly bleeding. Additionally, cancer cells consume a lot of the body's energy, which can result in exhaustion. Another sign to pay attention to is bloating or abdominal swelling, the fifth sign. This can happen when the tumor partially blocks the intestine, causing a buildup of gas and stool. Many conditions can cause bloating, but if the problem persists or is accompanied by abdominal pain, it's better to investigate. The sixth warning sign is unexplained weight loss. If you are losing weight without being on a diet or changing your exercise routine, it could be a sign of intestinal cancer. The tumor may interfere with nutrient absorption, and the production of certain substances in the body can suppress appetite, leading to weight loss. Finally, the seventh sign is the feeling that your bowels don't completely empty after a bowel movement, called tenesmus. This feeling can be caused by the tumor blocking part of the intestine, preventing stool from being fully expelled. If you notice this feeling frequently, consult a doctor. Let's move on to the second part of the video. How to prevent intestinal cancer. Now that you know the warning signs, let's talk about prevention. The first tip is to stay well hydrated. Drinking plenty of water helps the intestines function better and prevents constipation, reducing the time stool remains in contact with the intestinal wall. The second tip is to include more fruits, vegetables, and fiber-rich foods in your diet. Fiber helps speed up bowel movements and improves gut flora, which protects against cancer. The third tip is to incorporate anti-inflammatory foods into your diet, like turmeric and cinnamon. I have a video about natural anti-inflammatory foods, and I'll leave the link at the end of this video for you to check out. The fourth tip is about consuming milk and dairy products. Recent studies show that milk can have a protective effect against intestinal cancer. However, if you are lactose intolerant or allergic, you should avoid these foods. Physical exercise is the fifth tip. Staying active not only improves bowel function but also regulates hormones and reduces inflammation in the body, which can help prevent cancer. The sixth tip is to avoid alcohol and smoking, both of which increase the risk of developing various types of cancer, including colorectal cancer. Finally, the seventh and most important tip: get regular screenings. One of the key exams is a colonoscopy, which can detect polyps and remove them before they become cancerous. This exam is recommended for people over 45 years old or those at intermediate risk, such as those with a family history of intestinal cancer. The importance of early diagnosis. Early diagnosis is crucial for increasing the chances of a cure. If intestinal cancer is detected in its early stages, the chances of successful treatment are 90%. A colonoscopy is an exam that not only detects cancer but can also prevent the disease by removing polyps before they turn into tumors. This video isn't meant to scare you, but to raise awareness about the importance of prevention and early diagnosis. Did you like the content? Don't forget to share it with more people, as this information can save lives. And of course, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. Until the next video, and thank you very much.